Weapons ready!
Die, vermin!
29 Pretty Orchard Street. This is it. What's in there for me? There's been a fight here. This window was shattered with violent force. Someone's been pulled through it and dragged through the street. Who could have done that? Where does this blood trail lead? So much blood. Whoever was killed got dried out.
I thought last summer's epidemic was different.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reid. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Good evening, Miss.
I need blood, Doctor. Warm.
Do you require my services, Miss Howcroft?
My condition cannot be understood by...
Well,
Thank you, Doctor. Your efforts are...
tell me, Thelma, why do you feel so attached to Mr. Elwood? Why him?
I'm not sure, Doctor. I think we have a bond of some sort. We've both suffered so much. He's the only mortal I find interesting.
Do you plan to make him a vampire too?
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse on anybody else? I'm not that cruel, Doctor.
Would you say you and Mr. Elwood are romantically involved?
No. No, Thomas is a delicate soul. Even though he disguises it. But I am not the woman he needs. No, for I am a vampire, Doctor.
I'll leave you, Miss... Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Doctor.
Do you need my medical attention?
Would have been
There is no shame in helping.
many doctors I have known not to.
Goodbye. Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reid.
Do you need any medical assistance?
Yes, indeed.
I have no doubt about it.
I appreciate your...
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
This is no time for self-pity. It is the last thing our patients need.
Over there! A leech! A leech!
Have no fear, brothers!
Christ, he's dead!
I have this thirst for blood. I can't believe I'm doing this. This is despicable.
Watch yourselves! This one of them!
The Lord commands you.
Fuck, it's fast! Murdering bastard!
I can't believe I'm doing this. Good evening.
Wang,
How do you feel? Physically speaking, I mean.
I don't feel good, Dr. Reid.
You should recover quickly after taking this. What are you doing with your time?
I've decided to help.
Giving out medicine? How can you afford to do that?
I am a rich widow, Dr. Reid. My departed husband left me enough money to last the rest.
That's very charitable of you. But why do it at night?
I've noticed that the most desperate people tend to go out after dark. Hence my presence, to help them when I can.
Why don't you move to a better neighborhood?
I thought about it, I confess. To go back to the same empty home every day still hurts me a lot.
Why stay here then?
I am a woman of habit, Dr. Reid. And for now, I am happier being useful in a familiar place than I would be anywhere else.
How do you feel?
I've decided to follow your...
I've no doubt.
To be completely on...
Do you still think about your departure?
Of course I do.
I know what you mean.
Maybe death will take me...
Goodbye for now.
Good evening, my dear...
You look ill, Miss Swanborough. I wonder if you're concocting.
I have no...
Well, there you have it.
Thank you.
Have you any news?
I can't...
I'd like to see what kind of medicine you're selling.
The Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your problems. As long as you have the money.
Turn. I'll send you back to the fucking grave! It's a leech! Kill it! Leech! Oh, leech! We have to stop it!
Come on, Barrett, you know the game. You pay for peace of mind.
Fancy buying something?
You never... Do you need help, sir?
To be honest, I'd prefer you take a look at my stuff. I'd rather be rich and sick than the contrary.
I don't quite agree.
Really?
Joe Peterson.
I'd known
What can you tell me?
Colossus.
Without making...
We've all had some rough times.
And no one has ever stood up.
Nobody would be fool enough to stand against a wet boot, but...
Do you have any news of...
I guess what she done...
Right then.
You again?
Can I offer you my medical...
Keep your...
There is a thin line between pride and stupidity.
All right.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
I should never have taken up my father's business.
Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Reid, and I would like to ask you a few questions. May I enter, please?
Sorry, no, sir. My father does not like people entering our house, you see.
Your father is worried about you.
So my father actually worries about... Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
How do you feel?
I'm fine.
Speak.
My father is an idiot who...
Forgive my bluntness, young man.
Why should I?
You have a roof?
That's exactly what my father says.
If life here is so...
I don't go.
So that's why you stay at home?
I'm not afraid of disease or...
Your father and Mr. Lewis used...
I was young then. I don't remember.
Have you tried speaking to Mr. Lewis about it? But you are not responsible for your...
Am I not? Dad?
Have you any recent news of nurse...
I don't believe in miracles.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself. So,
I'm not bothered.
do you need any medical help, young man?
Yes, I do. I feel...
You'll feel better with...
I'm not...
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
Even my dreams are soaked with gloom. Is there only pain and suffering in this world? Even my dreams are soaked with gloom.
It's locked, all right. It's locked, all right.
Is there only pain and suffering?
Peace of mind. It's not my call, Baron. You pay one way or another.
Wars of men should not be your main concern.
Good evening, Mr.
It's
Don't you fear getting sick yourself?
faith.
No doubt you're...
That's
What do you mean?
all.
Quite a judgment.
But you,
Well,
as a doctor,
what do you mean?
the beast is finally.
I have heard enough. Good evening.
It's
I have heard enough for tonight. Goodbye. I have this thirst for blood. This is despicable.
Over there! A leech! A leech! We have to stop it! Over there!
Expire and be found here.
You're surprising. Die, vermin! Be strong! He's safe!
Only a golden watch in her pockets. The marks on this woman's neck were made by the fangs of a vampire. This is the very flower my mother tossed on Mary's coffin. Someone is targeting my family. Her shoes and clothes are quite worn out.
I see you.
Right then. It's a sick game. But given no choice in the matter, I might as well win it.
Jonathan.
What was that? I won't let you escape. You're very fast, but I'll catch you. They've all been butchered. still sense a presence.
In the name of Christ!
I have this thirst for blood.
Come to me.
In the name...
You! What have you done?
Vicar Larrabee, what happened?
Demon! Hell scourge! Son of perdition!
Vicar! Jonathan's no demon. He's just a soul. Returned from the dead. Like your Christ, Vicar.
Mary, is it really you?
Oh, it's me, all right. Precious brother.
What is Mother doing here?
I'm gathering the family for a final reunion. All smiling, all dead. Thanks to the good Dr. Reid.
Mary.
Mother, say hello to your son.
Hello, Jonathan.
Mother,
What do we have here, Mother? The prodigal son has lost his tongue. Our Jonathan always had the first and last word at dinner. The entertainer, the star of our show.
I'm sorry. Let me explain.
Shut up. It's my turn to do the talking. I have this nasty hole in my chest, Johnny. It needs to breathe.
Of course. You can speak.
My prayers went so long without an answer. My husband, killed in France. My child, carried away by the flu. My brother promising to return in his letters, then disappearing in thin air. I went from hospital to hospital, cemetery to cemetery, grave to grave. I've lifted every stone in London, searching for an end to the nightmare. And there you were, in front of me, on a dark pier.
The hunger had taken me.
The joy to have finally found you. I longed for your arms, a final happy ending to so much tragedy, to tell me all would be well again, as you did when we were children. It was this filthy dock where you greeted your sister. I dug a tunnel from my grave with my fingers and teeth.
Mary, I thought I had murdered you. I tried to end myself. We've been through the same horror.
We are a disease, Jonathan. A sickness that corrupts all it touches. All we kiss, and all we kill. Look at me. Admire your ilk.
I'm so sorry.
Apologies will not suffice. I demand reparation. I want a miracle. Are you a miracle worker, Dr. Reid? No? I'll show you mine then. The family Reid, reunited and complete, living forever in a red sea of eternal love. Time to go, Mother. Say hello to my son for
Mary,
me.
wait. I have made friends with vital knowledge. Vampires. We are not alone, Mary. With time, we can learn to live almost as we lived before.
How long?
What?
How long will this masquerade continue? I've been watching you. All these nights in Whitechapel pretending you're still a doctor. You believe you're just fighting a disease. But it's you, the disease. Jonathan, you!
I'm a scientist. I'll find a solution. Let our mother go, please.
You're always the one to sway me to reason, Jonathan. But before, your motivations were always pure. Now you're tainted.
Let her go! She has no part to play in this.
Very well. Have you heard our good doctor? You can go home, Mother. Go home and rest in peace.
Yes, I'll go home and rest.
It's so easy to make them obey or forget. Puppets for our pleasure. I've seen you have your fun.
You are mad.
So that's what I am, Doctor. Mad. I was beginning to wonder. I've been hearing these voices in my head. One in particular, that of my dead brother. This is the reason I must kill you. Not for your betrayal. Not for our poisonous kiss. Not even for the lies you tell yourself. No. It's so that smooth and wicked voice will stop ringing in my ear.
Mary. No, don't!
Time to die, brother. And this time for good. You left me to rot in this grave! You've spared the precious Nurse Crane, but not your own Mary. You've killed. Come to me, Jonathan. Give me your blood, priest. Final thoughts are just to die for. Abomination! Rest in peace, monster. Kinslayer! I'll make you kneel like a dog, just as you did to Sean Hampton! What have you done? Well, brother, it's time to bring this conversation to an end. Forever.
You know I will not play this game.
Calm now, Doctor. Like a rabid dog. Or think you're performing an autopsy.
Don't be ridiculous.
I'll kill them all. The kind Dr. Swansea. The sweet little lass with hair of red. I am the harbinger, bringing your punishment.
Mary.
Don't you see? This is not me. Flesh that never ages. All nightmare, no dream. Bring it to a close. Let me sleep.
I will find a cure, Mary. I swear it.
Then, at last, I can forgive you.
I shed one last red tear for my fallen sister. I realize the entire world now revolves around this singular word. The epidemic that has stricken London is not the Spanish flu. It is transmitted through the blood via violent biting, turning survivors into frenzied immortals. I am Dr. Jonathan Reid. I am a vampire, born anew into an age of death and pestilence. While plotting factions close in around me, I am sworn to find the source of this epidemic. I am convinced greater perils are still to come. I know the answers I seek are hiding.